Let's now get into the more exciting stuff, which is all about fashion. Do you want to tell our South Asian friends about what's hot and happening in the fashion industry in Bangladesh right now?
Now that Eid is knocking at our doors, we have plenty of, what do you say, all these boutique houses with their new lines and creations, with various fabrics that they're playing around with. And
what are the most used fabric for this season?
For the most used fabrics for this season is muslin, Endi silks, and cottons. A lot of cottons.
I heard that net is very in right now.
Net, you see,
Masakkali style dresses
yeah,
have
that
taken
is again,
over the world.
yeah, that is again the Indian
influence.
Yeah, the Indian influence. But we do have our own stuff, which is very nice. There's a lot of work of designers where they have created lovely saris on muslin, on jamdani, and these are our very old traditional things. So, yeah.
But I guess people are taking a new twist on jamdani itself, like putting cut work on it,
absolutely,
beadwork on it.
Yeah, it's fusion. It's really in, and to be honest, I quite like it. I mean, there is the traditional stuff, and this is fusion. So overall, if you can do it nicely, I think it works.
So, do you think that the designers here, when they send you photographs for publicity in your magazine, do you see the same kind of designs repeated? As in, if something catches on, everybody's making that?
Not really. I would actually say that I'm very proud of our designers, that they're trying to do something. And in our fashion industry, though it is small, it is blooming now. And there's a lot of potential. And there are many designer houses who are actually, they are employing designers, say a pool of 7 or 8 designers who actually work on things.
Okay.
So that way, it's quite interesting to see that everybody's trying to give in something new.
Do you have a few favorite fashion designers of your own? It's going to be risky to name it, but
yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot on that.
No,
who do you think are doing really well right now?
There are a lot of them who are doing very well. The Deshi Dosh gang, I don't know if you've heard of them. They are 10 designers who are under one roof, and they formed a year. They're very good. Then there's Oron No, and then there's the really, how do I put it? The niche boutiques, I would say, like Rina Latif and Lebas and all that.
They're catering to a higher end market.
Higher end, exactly. Right. So they're also doing very well.
So the people that you named, they use a lot of vegetable dye material.
Absolutely.
Which I think caught on about a decade ago, I think, right? And it hasn't faded. The trend is still on, using vegetable dye and all that. Deshi Dosh, as you said, they were individual boutiques who actually came together. So that people find it easier to shop.
Easier to shop,
right?
Yeah.
So do you think Bangladeshi people, they would rather buy something which they see in the more influential Indian movies than what the Bangladeshi designers are trying to do with local fabric and local designs? Do you think that trend has gone down, or?
We're definitely heavily influenced by the Indian market and the TV serials and the movies, but nevertheless, our designers are actually trying to make a niche. I mean, to make a difference there.
Right.
And though we are influenced, I would say that now, if you say in the streets, you will see people wearing Bangladeshi clothes designed here. And I personally feel that we're exporting to H&M and Armani and everywhere. So I think we have the potential to even have our own brand one day where we can export in the same manner, instead of making their clothes and sending it there.
Around the time of Eid, a lot of, most publications bring out Eid fashion issues. Do you want to tell our South Asian friends about what goes on behind that? I mean, does it happen in a month, or does it take like months of work?
It takes months of work.
What is it all about?
What we try to do is we try to focus on the festival, and exactly we try to bring out the mood, So we have our own fashion shoots. We take in clothes from different designers, and it's done way ahead of time, say at least 2 months ahead. And then we go for thorough, extensive photo shoots. Then
with
we
all
have
the celebrities
all
imaginable.
the celebrities, fashion houses. Then we have this month-long Ramadan. So recipes, because this is one time when we love to gorge on food after the whole day of fasting. So yeah, it's a different trip altogether, this 1 month, the whole festive aura and everything, and it does take a lot of work.
You yourself do a little bit of journalistic work in your magazine, and then you take interest in doing feature writing and everything.
Yeah.
So what issues do you think most excites you about Bangladesh that you want to write about or you actually look into?
Off late, there was a concern about the weavers and the fashion industry because a lot of taxes were put in the raw materials that are needed for the creations. And so we did do some extensive research on that, and we tried to
Influence
voice
the
their
policymakers
exactly,
and all that.
exactly.
That's very nice. So that, and also I think there was some on the congestion of Dhaka city.
Yeah,
A lot of articles were featured in your
Yes.
magazine. I think I would like to tell our South Asian friends a little bit about if somebody says that I'm visiting Dhaka, but there's nothing for me to do. A lot of my friends who are visiting here for the summer, they come and say, oh, Dhaka is like too boring. I can't enjoy myself.
I would so like to differ on that because there's a lot to do here in Dhaka. If you come here for the weekend, even, I would say that if a person decides to go to say an art exhibition or a theater show or maybe a musical event, they wouldn't be able to complete everything in one go. And even say going out to have authentic cuisines here, there's a lot of it here, starting from Korean, Japanese, Indian, everything. So it would be very wrong if somebody presumes that there's nothing to do in Dhaka here. There is a lot to do if you know exactly where to go and what to do, because things are happening every day, to the point that I sometimes wish that my magazine wasn't restricted to 16 pages. I had more pages so that I could actually put in everything that happens in a week. But I can't. I have to prioritize and, make a list of what I'm going to give this week and what I'm not. So I would completely differ.
I'm sure through your magazine we'll get to see more of the exciting life in Bangladesh. And if our South Asian friends want to subscribe, they can always go to the website and check out your magazine also.
There is an online issue.
It's available where? Do you have the URL on you?
It's www.newhbd.com.
And then you have to click trends from there. Okay.
Trends.
That's good. I think you should talk about our show also, that, the editor was here to visit.
Of course.
Anyway, I'm sure our South Asian friends will check out your work and your team's work. I'm sure it's very good and of international standard. But that actually brings us to an end for today's, time. We're also restricted on time on our show. But I'm sure you're going to come back with more news for us in a future episode.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much. My friends, I'm going to bid adieu right here, and I hope to see all of you in another exciting episode of Talk Dhaka. Till then, it's me, Mishu Rahman, saying goodbye.